Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird. The bird's a bird, oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word, oh, well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody's talking about the bird, oh, well.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Word. We're joined by our expert panel today.
Mike.
Adam.
Megan.
Jason.
Everyone knows their names. Yay. Alright. Rando hat time.
We're one step better than the speciesists already.
That's right. Let's see if we can pull a topic that's going to be more than a quick 10 minute laugh bag.
We need something a little
Something with
cognitive.
Something with some substance here.
Yeah.
What do we got?
What about other life forms? Where do you draw the line about what you can eat and use? I assume this is referring to plants.
I would
as
think
other life forms.
I would think this is probably referring to like mussels and other
Bivalves.
bivalves and things like that.
I would draw the line at sentience. When if there's any marker of sentience, I think that's where the line should be drawn. I think bivalves do show signs of sentience. They avoid pain, discomfort, and that to me would be enough not to exploit that being.
I would throw in there a quick second behind obvious sentience is just necessity. Right? Do you need to eat that particular being?
Yeah.
We were not designed to go into the ocean to hunt food. It's not our home. Should we be going there to get food? It's probably not logical since we've got lots of plant food on the ground. So I totally agree with Mike. Sentience, and if you're not sure, is necessary. If it's not necessary, leave the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Done?
Yep, done. That was quick.
Welcome to The Word, where all the questions are basic as fuck. Alright, so see you in a couple minutes. You're such a fucking idiot. Alright, that was supposed to be funny, but it ended up, being funny in a different way. Welcome back to The Word. We're here with our panel.
Mike.
Jason?
Megan.
Adam. Back for another round of rando hat shit talking.
My turn.
Alright. Just so you see, there's all kinds of shit in there still. Not even making a dent yet. Okay. Fuck, what's this gonna be?
Alright. Is it okay to kill mosquitoes, ticks, flies? Can they make us... They can make us sick. So is it okay to kill mosquitoes, ticks, and flies?
I mean, I wouldn't just go around, killing them if they're not harming you. Like if they're just existing and they're not directly attacking you. But I mean, just because you're against speciesism doesn't mean you're against becoming the victim of a parasite. If you're being attacked by anyone, you can defend yourself, right? 'Cause some of those carry deadly diseases, could be detrimental to your health. You have every right to defend yourself.
Yep.
Same if like a wolf attacks you in the forest. Like you don't just have to die, right? Or like same if somebody comes to take your wallet or something. You don't just have to die, right? You can defend yourself. I mean, that applies across the board with any species who goes to do harm to you, I think.
Yeah, I think that's pretty misunderstood by the general public with animal rights activists. They assume that, oh, like, you guys love animals so much, you would let a bear, like, attack you and eat you because you don't want to fight back. That's not the case. Like, if your life is under attack in any way, you can fight back. It's just self-defense.
Yeah.
Just doesn't mean you can go through your house with a fly swatter and kill everybody that's in there,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Personally, if I have a fly or multiple flies in my house, I'll go around and catch them and release them outside. Mosquitoes, I'll shoo away if there's not too many.
Right.
Ticks, I'll pull off me and toss them back outside. And but yeah, if I was in an area where I had to be there and there were swarms of mosquitoes, I'm not going to say I won't kill any of them because I will defend myself, as you were saying. But if I can avoid it at all, I'll put long clothes on, or go in the house if I can, or get out of the situation. Rather than kill them. You
can wear repellents too that just keep them away, that make you unappetizing.
I think the key to what Mike says is go to the extra length of avoiding having to kill them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take precautions. Be prepared.
Yeah. Do as much as you can to avoid having to have that situation where they're biting you.
Right. Like, I mean, if a coyote was being aggressive to you or something, you wouldn't just immediately, like, kill them. You would first try to, like, scare them away.
There's probably a lot of shitheads that would, but...
Yeah, well, as soon as so many shitheads out there that just kill them when they even see them.
That's right.
They're just existing, and you just kill them because, oh my god, there's a coyote.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what were they doing? They're just, oh my gosh, look, a free-living canine living freely.
Well, the cattle farmers up in the Bruce County, on their weekends they go around friggin' chasing down coyotes and killing them just for fun.
Well, but that's because they're garbage.
That's right. That's fucking speciesist fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But anyway, back on topic.
Yeah, I mean,
if a coyote was around you, you wouldn't instantly just try to kill them. You'd try to deter them from pursuing,
and then if that fails, you try to escape. But I mean, as a last resort, I mean, if they're about to bite your throat, I mean, obviously you're gonna not let them bite your throat. But I mean, you don't necessarily even have to kill them. Like it's like defending yourself against a person who's like trying to assault you. You don't just kill them, right?
Right.
That's not how that works. You use like the appropriate level of force for the situation, right?
Right.
So it all depends situation to situation. I mean, like, you could replace mosquitoes, ticks, and flies with humans. Like, is it ever okay to kill humans? Well, in some scenarios, yeah, you need to defend yourself. But in others, there are other things you can do to avoid harm to yourself that don't also involve killing someone.
Right. So if we look at the mentality of what speciesists are trying to do by suggesting that we're not vegan or we're not practicing our own ethics that we're promoting by if we kill mosquitoes, ticks, and flies, is that basically what they're doing is they're using their speciesist hierarchical system that places mosquitoes, ticks, and flies at the very bottom, that their lives don't matter, right? So if we're being honest, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get us to buy into their speciesist hierarchy system of whose lives matter and whose doesn't, right?
But also, I think we need to consider a lot of alternatives to everyday things we do that do kill insects, like, in mass amounts. Because if we did replace all the insects with people or dogs, like, would you still drive a car if you knew you were going to smash into thousands of people? Like, if you knew,
Don't answer
that question.
My wheels would be
What are we trying to
slick.
get the population down?
No, that is a fair point, though. I mean, I'm sure many people would alter their daily habits, if it was other beings that were suffering consequences from those actions.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
that
you-
is a fair point.
If you replaced all of insects with like cats, for example, like if you had to drive through hordes of cats every time you got into your car and drove down the road, would you still consider driving to be like a valid thing to do?
No, I don't think I would exist in a world like that.
No.
Honestly, I don't think I could do
Like
that.
it's hard to exist in the world and
enough as it is. But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
like I feel like living gives you a degree of speciesism, but to be able to reduce it is a better thing to do.
Way to go, Negan. You took an easy topic and,
and
made
you
it hard.
just made it hard.
Jeez.
Fuck.
I didn't take it and make it hard. Society
You
made it
did.
hard. The way we live made it hard.
You turned mosquitoes driving down the highway into cats. And that changes everything.
It changes everything. It changes nothing if you're not a species.
But does it though? Because I mean, there is things we could do. Like I mean, they could change the aerodynamic shape of vehicles to make them much more deflective. Because I mean, I even noticed myself.
Even those airfoils on the hood, right? Those
Yeah.
those can push bugs out of the way.
Yeah, well, that's why they have those on trucks, because that specifically it makes like an air wave that goes up in the front, and it can, like, the bugs, when they hit that wave of air,
They go
instead
over
of
it.
splattering on the window, they kind of deflect into the air and they go over top, right?
I think we really need to implement like some engineering process into figuring out ways that we can prevent or at least significantly reduce any deaths of
Anyone. And I mean, I would totally support those changes happening.
But it's
you
the
know?
same thing as when people mention crop deaths, is like, yeah, it is a conversation we need to have, but we need to get people on board with
no
the
crop,
initial steps.
no crop deaths. That's its own topic. It's in the hat. We gotta save that one. That'll be a
Like
good
we
one.
will have solutions, but everyone needs to get on board with the initial steps before we can get solutions to these other problems that people see as way more insignificant.
I know.
Like if people are
Intentional killing is like so hard to get humans to stop. Well, how are we going to get to the point where we're talking about incidental?
Yeah,
You know,
right. And I mean, you know, if those people really do feel that strongly about this, like, let's solve the issue then.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's re-engineer some shit. Let's retool society so we can avoid causing these, you know,
Conversation about a solution.
unnecessary deaths. I mean, just because we are powerless to stop it, because we exist in a society that is not in line with the way we think, doesn't mean we can't strive to change that society so that these type of issues can be remedied at some point in the future.
maybe we should be protecting opossums, making it illegal to hurt an opossum. That if you see an opossum on the road, you gotta crash your car into a tree or something to prevent from killing them, because those little buggers eat like tons and tons of ticks.
I think we should have, for at least on vehicles now, the technology already exists, mandatory audible alerts for non-humans. So, because when non-humans, when they're on the road of any species, they see the lights and they go, "Oh, look, lights," and then they sit there because they don't know what the fuck it is, right? Because that's not something from their world, right? And they see the lights, but they don't cognate that to be an object approaching them, right?
Right,
So,
but what
when-
they do is like they freeze because they want to become invisible.
well, and they don't know what it is, right? But when you
Right.
add that audible sound, immediately when they see the lights and hear the sound, because a lot of them can hear very well, they immediately recognize that this sound is approaching,
Right.
and they go, "Fuck this shit, I'm getting out of
get outta
here."
here.
Because there was a company I worked at where we had mandatory animal alert whistles on the trucks, and I mean, people weren't even hitting squirrels or anything, because as soon as the animal would be anywhere near the road and you would be coming, they would immediately look up and be fucking out of there, right? Because they immediately recognize that,
They can make the connection that whatever it is, it's approaching. I need to move.
right? Because light, that type of light is not something that they are developed to understand, but they understand sound very well. So I mean, and to incorporate that into vehicle design is like a super minor alteration. I mean, you could save hundreds of millions of non-humans every year, as well as humans, because how many humans get killed hitting moose and deer and larger animals, right? I mean, this would be a win-win solution for everyone for minimal cost. And I mean, this is something that we could do like tomorrow.
Right.
Like, I mean, it all starts with just taking simple steps like this, and then after these steps are taken, we can just continue taking steps as we recognize others are still being harmed. We can identify how they're being harmed and what steps we would need to take to address those harms.
Right.
So, I mean, do you guys feel comfortable wrapping that one up, or you want to keep going on that?
Yeah.
One more idea.
Okay.
off of that. I think when that question is asked, I think it can lead to like if we were to agree that it's okay to kill those beings, I think it would be scaled up to, well, if we don't eat animals, then they're gonna eat us. They're gonna.
That's another topic.
Probably in Rando Hat.
Yeah, it is. I seen that one. We were cutting them up. That one's in
Can't
there.
wait for that one.
It's gonna
Might
be
have to
good.
wait a year though.
Yeah, this is a good way. You could be a
Got
while,
one
but trust me, we've got a lot of good topics in here. But I mean, for a wrap up, I mean, for anyone who really thinks that that's an issue, the accidental harming of insects, I would say if you think that is an issue, your first step is to stop participating in all direct harm of others. Intentional, yeah. If you are worried about people being unintentionally harmed, you should first take a little bit of your own medicine and stop intentionally harming others. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. To wrap up, is it okay to kill insects? It depends situationally, as it does with killing anyone. If I were being attacked and felt my life was in danger, I would kill whoever it was that was attacking me. And the unintentional deaths that should have avoidable solutions that would make them avoidable. I think we do need to think about that as a realistic thing that is a problem, but until everyone is on board with stopping their intentional harm, I don't think we're going to get very far with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just take steps to evaluate the situation we're in. If we're being attacked by someone, then we should evaluate what we're doing, why we're there, why this is happening. Because if we, for example, jog through cougar territory and get attacked by a cougar, we don't have the right to go and kill cougars now because we call it self-defense and we need to be safe and all this kind of stuff. I think we need to stay out of their territory. So, I think, like you were saying, it depends on the situation and, whether or not it's okay to kill anyone.
Well said.
Well said. I'm so glad we have great panelists to give us different perspectives on different things. Multiple brains working on the same issue, come up with all kinds of fantastic.
Anti-species is hive mind.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, I think my compatriots here have really knocked it out of the park with their comments. I've got nothing else to add to that. That's fantastic. We totally debunked that shit.
Solid. All right. Well, everybody, this has been another episode of The Word. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
That's the word.
See you later.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird.